This is a quote directly from the CFO of the company. He basically issued a PR statement saying, we don't know what's going on. Hey everybody, Walrus here from Walrus Street, here with your weekly for the week of January 4th, 2021. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial professional. All information in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Now that my subscriber base is growing a little bit, I have had a chance to actually look at some meaningful channel analytics, and I've realized that my average view time is only about 7 minutes per video. I'm thankful for that, but most of my videos are between 12 and 22 minutes long. That means I need to cut my videos down in length. One of the ways I could do that is by splitting my weeklies into two portions. I'll be doing the news, my earnings report, and my Robinhood Trades together in one video. And on the other video, I'll be doing my focus stock of the week. Also, I do want to give a shout out to Keenan Grace. He was another YouTuber who did credit me for my BNGO videos. If you guys do have a chance, go ahead and give him a subscription, check out his channel, leave a comment, tell him Walrus sent you. Appreciate that. Let's take a look at the news. Just a reminder, since there's so many people here new to my channel, every week I do publish my own technical analysis, and this is practice for myself, but I do record everything and log it onto Google Sheets. I've been doing this back since the beginning of November. The purpose of this is to help me be able to analyze trends and read them better. I don't just make blind projections. Afterwards, I actually go back and look at the stocks and see whether I was right or wrong and try to understand why I was wrong or why I was right. Check the link below the video. Our first news story this week, Tesla is going to hit 500,000 deliveries for 2020, analysts predict. Two different analysts said Tesla should reach its goal of 500,000 deliveries for 2020. This is really impressive considering the pandemic and the fact that auto sales for most other makers are down this year. What's even more impressive about this is that Elon Musk is basically a space wizard. He predicted this back in 2014 on video. There was an interview here, 2014, a Fox Business interview with Musk has the CEO predicting Tesla will reach 500 deliveries in the year 2020. Here we are at the end of 2020. He did it. That's incredible. Absolutely. This guy is a frightening space wizard. Next bit of news, I can't help but mention this. McConnell blocks 2,000 stimulus checks, then ties them to unrelated Trump demands on tech and election. Of course, the news doesn't cover everything. What basically happened here was there was a defense bill that Trump previously vetoed, and Turtle Mitch and Rizzo Chuck reached an agreement on this, and most recently, Chuck tried to put the $2,000 into the agreement they had already reached. McConnell didn't want that. McConnell came back, proposed his own bill that would boost the size of the checks, repeal Section 230 legal liability protections for internet platforms, and create a commission to study election issues. All in all, this is just politicians politicianing. We have this all the time in politics where politicians are trying to stuff the bill, add extra stuff in. Meanwhile, the American people are the ones that pay the price. Next one, this is a sick burn. I know I talk about Cathie a lot. She said that ARK was not confident in Uber and Lyft. She basically is a little bit miffed that the two companies missed the opportunity to integrate AI into their driving services and doesn't feel that they're innovative enough. I know I didn't have a YouTube channel then, but this is basically what I was saying with Uber and Lyft. They're effectively taxi companies that pay the taxi drivers less, offer the taxi drivers no unionized protection. That's not even remotely innovative. That's actually a step back. The only difference is they have a really shiny app. Just going to take a shot in the dark and say, this is bad for Uber and Lyft. Really bold statement there. The next news story isn't really a news story. This is just kind of adding a little bit of levity to the week. This is a stock chart, and this is a company called AeroCentry Corp. The ticker is ACY. The company, it's not really important, but they lease airplanes. This is their stock chart for most of the year. They're basically hovering between $1.50 and $3 all year. Then something really strange happened on the 28th of December. The stock price went all the way up to $38. There's been a huge correction the next day, but then for some reason people were buying back in on New Year's Eve. And if you check it out on FinViz, ACY is on here as a top gainer, and it's on here again as most volatile. And the funniest thing about this whole situation is nobody knows why this happened. This is a direct news release from the company. In view of the unusual market activity of the stock of AeroCentry Corp, today the New York Stock Exchange Exchange halted trading in the company's stock and contacted the company in accordance with the New York Stock Exchange's usual practices. Normally, the company does not comment on market activity or rumors. However, the company confirms that it is not aware of any undisclosed material change or development in its business and operations that would account for the recent unusual market activity in the company's stock. This is a quote directly from the CFO of the company. He basically issued a PR statement saying, we don't know what's going on. The best guess that I saw online is that somebody was using a automatic trading bot and mistyped a ticker in the bot, and the bot then ended up buying a whole bunch of purchases, and this triggered other trading bots to make purchases because of the increased volatility. The idea here is this entire thing is based on some sort of mistake, a typo. Still, really, really cool, really interesting. We've had a couple of pretty slow trading weeks in a row with Christmas and New Year's. The earnings are starting to pick back up on the first trading week of the new year. So let's take a look at the upcoming earning releases. There are 3 companies that I do kind of want to just take a brief look at the charts. Bed Bath & Beyond, Micron, WD-40. You know, Bed Bath & Beyond is a retailer, Micron is for computer chips, and WD-40 is WD-40. So this is the chart for Micron. You could see that they've actually been pretty steadily increasing, pretty big close on New Year's Eve. I think this is in anticipation of the earnings report. People are expecting to have earnings beat in this point. Also on the chart, we've got the RSI heading into overbought territory. Down here on the MACD, the 12 is about to reverse and probably cross over the 26 this week, and the 9 is heading back towards 0. This kind of shows me the stock is probably going to head up a little bit more this week after the earnings report. This is for Bed Bath & Beyond. Their RSI is just a dumpster. Actually, this entire chart kind of sucks. Trend's been going down. It's below the 50 MA. We're in bearish territory. MACD is just completely flat all the way down. We're heading into oversold. They're going to have a huge earnings report beat this week for this trend to change. I didn't know that WD-40 stock was this highly valued. That's, in my mind, crazy when I think about WD-40, but I guess it really does fix everything. Here's their chart. This is a really strong looking chart. We could see a big gap up here in November. My immediate thought was, oh, this was 3 months ago. And then if I look 3 months ago at their earnings report, they actually had almost a 30-cent beat on their earnings report at this time. That led to this massive gap up in share value by like $35 a share, and then it trended up from there. So I'm wondering if we have another huge earnings beat, if we could see another gap up this week on WD-40. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. That's it for the news and earnings reports this week. It was a short week for news, not a whole lot of developments. For the earnings reports this week, it's going to be a little bit slow, but we are going to start picking up the 2nd and 3rd weeks of January for earnings. Let's take a look at my Robinhood options trades for the week. All right, here's my account overview. You can see from the last time it's actually gone up significantly in value, and that's not because any of the options trades that I've made, but it's actually just because of Bionanogenomics. My position here was an average cost of 88 cents, and it's up to $4 a share. Let's go ahead and initiate some options trades for the week. My first one is going to be on Rocket. I'm going to be moving out 1 week, and I'm going to be trading a covered call on Rocket. I'll be selling the $22 call, one of them, and I will be collecting the $12 credit here. Done. The next one is going to be on Nokia. I'm also going to be trading a covered call on Nokia. This one's only going to be the 4.5. Just collect $1. Good to go. My next one is going to be on Space. I'm going to be moving out 1 week. And I have to go up pretty high on this one because my cost basis is really high. But I'm going to go ahead and sell that $29 call. It's only worth $8 in credit, but that's okay. My next one is going to be on GameStop. I'm actually going to open up a put credit spread on GameStop this week. I think there's a pretty good chance that it drops down to $16.50. So I'm actually going to go a little below that. I'm going to sell the $16 put, and I'm going to buy the $15.50 put. It's only going to give me $6 in credit. Here's my put credit spread. That's it for my trades today. Just a reminder, I will be splitting this weekly into 2 parts. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. I also have my Robinhood and Webull account referral links below the video. And my focus stock for this week is going to be CheckCap. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to go ahead and post a link here at the end of the video. Thank you so much for your support and for stopping by.